with another episode of Successful Marketing, Sales, and Relationships with Small Business Owners and Entrepreneurs, hosted by me, best-selling author Sadon Long. Man, today we are talking about how to turn around a slow sales week. So, without further ado, we're going to get right to it. So, right now, this is the big six. This is the most important time of the year if you are a retailer, if you're a boutique owner, if you're a spa owner, because this is when people have to buy. There's no other time during the year where people have to buy other than right now. You know, everybody may have a birthday, but everybody doesn't have a birthday at the same time. Right now, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever you celebrate, people are forced to buy gifts. There's no other time during the year where people are doing grab bags and all those things. So right now is the best time of the year. You know, statistically, it says that more than half of the businesses do most of their business during these 6 weeks. So if you're one of the businesses who isn't doing as well or not doing as well as you think you should, I'm going to give you 3 steps, man, that are going to turn that thing around for you immediately. Okay, so let's go with step 1. Step 1 to fix or cure a slow sales week is just simply knowing where you are. Okay, first thing is you got to know where you are. Am I up? Am I down? Am I close to my Am I close to my goal? Am I close to what I forecasted? Okay, keyword here, forecasted. Okay, so am I close to what I thought I would be doing this week? Okay, so if I thought in my mind, if I thought and wrote it down on paper that I was going to do $500 a day. Okay, so what am I actually doing? Am I doing 3? Am I doing 2? Or am I doing 7? Whatever it is, you need to know what it is so that you can make an adjustment. Okay, so if it's a slow sales week and you said you were going to do $500 a day and you're only doing 2, now you need to make some adjustments. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, now here's how you know what adjustments you need to make. Once I know what my numbers are, let's start looking at, okay, is it traffic? Okay, do I just simply not have enough people coming through the door? Is it what we're doing with the customers when they get here? So if it's not traffic, maybe it's that we're not getting enough out of each and every sale. You know, so am I selling enough add-on items? You know, are my sales big enough, or am I just letting people come in, pick up one thing, go to the counter, and leave? Okay, because now those are things that you could control. Now you can't control traffic, but you darn well could control how well your salespeople sell. You know, you darn well could control how many people you reach out to. So first thing you got to do is you got to know where you are so that you can then make the necessary adjustments in order to start to move in the right direction. Because even if you have a plan and you're not assessing the plan, how do you even know if the plan's working? Okay, here's the formula for that. First of all, you want to create the plan. Then you want to assess the plan in real time. Then you want to make your adjustments. And then you want to put together a new plan. So let's just say, for example, during a good week, we might realize that, hey, Monday was a really good day. So now what did we do Monday that made Monday a good day? Oh, okay. We were selling a lot of t-shirts. Okay. Or we were selling a lot of socks. So now that I know I'm selling t-shirts and socks, when it's a slow day on a Tuesday, I'm like, hey, man, let's make sure we're showing t-shirts and socks. You know, so again, you want to do everything you possibly can to make this the most successful time of the year. You know, if you are a boutique owner, which I know a lot of my ladies are, you know, this is a great time for you to really take your salespeople to the side, take your auntie to the side, niecey poo, and say, okay, here's where we are in the week. We need to try to make some of this up. So now every person comes through the door, I need you to make sure that not only are you showing them a dress, but you're showing them a shawl, you're showing them a hat, and you're showing them some shoes. You know, that we're going to build a sale with every person that comes through the door. You know, so that's the first thing. You literally just got to know where you are so you can make your adjustments so that you can assess and adjust. And once you assess and adjust, then you can re-execute. Now, the second thing you need to talk about with your team and with yourself in the conversation that you are having in your mind during this week is, man, what is it costing me? What is a slow week costing me? Because a lot of times we don't have a sense of urgency because we don't really know what's at stake. So again, if you are having a slow week, you need to say, okay, well, what is a slow week going to affect? Is it going to affect my ability to stay open? Is it going to cost me some money that I don't have? Is it going to force me to lay some people off? Is it going to put me in a position where I got to tell people that I love and respect no? Because if I don't have sales, it's going to be real hard to get the real good Christmas gift. If I don't have sales, it's going to be really hard to go to the concert. It's going to be really hard to go to the event on the New Year's Eve. It's going to be really hard to get the dress that I want because now what you're doing is you're affecting your own life in a negative way by not having sales. Okay? You're affecting your ability to be seen by your peers, to be seen by your family as an effective business owner by not having sales. Okay? You're putting yourself in a position where if something happens, you're going to have to either A, spend money you don't have, or B, ask somebody else for some money. And I know as a business owner, that's just not you. So again, the second thing when it comes to turning around a slow week is just knowing what's at stake. We all move with a sense of urgency once we know what we're going to lose. If they're going to turn the lights off, now all of a sudden we start hustling. If we know that we got another write-up coming, all of a sudden we start hustling. Okay, so put that same amount of pressure on yourself by simply just saying, well, what's at stake? Same thing with your people. Like, hey, man, we're going to have to cut hours if we don't get these sales up. Because what tends to happen is that people don't take it seriously if it does not affect them. Hey, we're going to have to close if we don't get these sales up. Hey, I'm going to have to stop giving out discounts to employees, families, and friends if we don't start making some money. So now everybody knows what's at stake. So that's step one. Now, step two in the turn your week around if it's slow plan is increase your activity. Okay. If you are open, you need to be promoting. I'm going to say it one more time. If you're open, you need to be promoting. So if you open today, you need to be going live today. Okay. So what do you do when you're going live? Okay. You need to be demonstrating, modeling, educating, highlighting whatever it is that you do, whatever it is you have in your boutique or store, so that people can see it and immediately letting them know that this is available today. Immediately let them know that we only have 5 of these so that you can then increase the urgency of it all. And then also saying, hey, call right now. Because again, this works the same way as a telethon. This works the same way as an infomercial. This works the same way as all of those things that you see in the middle of the night where people are asking for money. Okay. Hey, call right now. So you demo an outfit. People see, ooh, that's nice. I like that one. Hey, if you want it, call right now. You demo a shoe and you say, yeah, we only got 3 size 12s and this one left. Call right now. You pull out some body butters or whatever. You do a little demo, rub it on some hands, let them see how beautiful it is, and you say, hey, limited amount available. So you immediately turn around and then you use scarcity to drive people into the store. But again, you are competing for attention. So you have to increase your activity. If you watch the videos from a couple of days ago, I said that you got to start earlier. Okay, so you got to start earlier because the early bird catches the worm. That's just the fact of the matter. So if I'm open, I need to be promoting. I need to get off first, as they say. So when people start looking on their timelines, they see me because you're competing against major brands. You're competing against people who have more money than you. You're competing against people that people know better than you for attention. Because whichever one of these ads that they see, they're probably going to remember. And if they remember you, then they're probably going to come to you. So again, you want to get all the impulse buys you can get by having more attention, because that is where the real fight is right now. The fight is, how do I get people to see me? Not that you have good stuff. The fight is, how do you get people to see that you have good stuff? So again, you need people to know you have good stuff. So you need to increase your activity. And with that being said, here's the way you want to see it. It's volume versus luck. Okay. The more I put out, the luckier I get. You know. So again, if I'm open, I'm promoting. If I'm open 7 days, I need to do 7 days worth of content in the store, talking to customers, showing off the merchandise, telling people that there's a limited amount left, telling people to call right now so that I can now improve my sales. I need to start earlier than everybody else so that I can be the first one they see. I need to have videos running later than everybody else so I can be the last one they see. You know, again, this is about attention. You need to get eyeballs on you. Okay. And when you get those eyeballs on you, you need to be saying, hey, call right now. Hey, only this many available. Hey, if you call right now, we'll give you 10% off. Whatever it is to get them to the store. To get them to the store, to get them to the boutique, to get them to your salon. Again, people right now, they don't read, so the visual is what you really have to work with. So if you got salespeople, man, get your salespeople out, get them on their phones. You get on your phones and you start showing everybody what you have so that they can then come to your store. Again, you want to highlight. These are the items that we have on sale this week. These are the new items that we have in. You want to model, put the outfits on, put the shoes on. You want to demo. You want to show how the creams work. So that people can then see that the stuff is there, connected with you, and then you want to say, hey, we only have a limited amount. Hey, call right now. Come in right now. If you come in right now, you want to offer a reward. Maybe you do offer a 10% off. The next 5 people who come through the door, 10% off. Whatever that is what you want to do because you're trying to drive sales. Now, the bonus to that is if you get people in the store, now you have an opportunity to sell them more stuff. Now you have an opportunity to get a referral. So you could get one person in the store, they could buy more than they would have normally bought if your salespeople are working how we've taught them to work. And you could possibly get them to bring somebody with them. Hell, you could even say, hey, if you bring somebody with you, I'll give them 10% too. There you go. So now the next part of that is, man, you got to spin the block. Go back, hit up your old customers, hit up people who already know, like, love, and trust you. Go back to those people and make sure that you're reaching out to them, letting them know what is available right now. Right now we're running a sale. Don't forget, we just got in. Reminders, because again, this is about attention. So if they forget that you have these in a size 12, then what good does that do you? But if you're reaching out to them, then you can let them know, hey man, we still got those 12s over here or we just got some more 12s in, because you're trying to get customers in the store. Which is another reason why you keep list building. You always build lists, because lists lead to leads, leads lead to sales. You must list build because lists lead to leads, leads lead to sales. So the larger your list, the deeper your list with good quality customers, the more opportunities you have for sales. So now here's what you can do. Here's something that you can do right now. When you go Facebook Live, go Facebook Live, then turn around and go to your laptop, go to the About. If you go into the About, you'll see the videos that you just shot. Then you can download them. Okay. So now once you download them, you can then upload them to YouTube, you can upload them to Instagram, you can upload them to TikTok. So you can do a live, literally download the live, download it into something like CapCut if you want to make it a little fancier. CapCut's not paying me, but I use CapCut. Download it into that, put a little, 20% off or thank you for watching or whatever you need to put in regard to graphics, and then you upload it to the other platforms. So now, not only did you get the live, you got to repurpose the live on 4 platforms because you can still re-release it on Facebook, you can still upload it on TikTok, you can still upload it on YouTube, you can still upload it on Instagram. Oh, and you can upload it on X as well, or formerly what's now known as Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter. So now you can take that same content and make it 4 times as impactful. And depending on your website, you could take that same video, upload it to your website, and then send it out in emails. Or you can upload it to your website, send it out in instant messages. As long as you have your list. So if you have a list and you're creating content and you're creating commercials, because essentially what you're doing when you go Facebook Live, you're just creating a commercial. So with that being said, now you're creating commercials, you're creating demos, you're creating, opportunities for people to be reminded that you exist and that you can help them, which will then put you at top of mind. And if you become top of mind, when the person decides to pull the trigger, they're going to pull the trigger with you. Now, when I say pull the trigger, I'm not, trying to be violent. I'm just simply saying when they're triggered, when their mind is triggered, when they decide to act on what it is that they've been thinking about, you need to be the person that they want to take action with. You need the person that picks up the phone that they're calling. You need to be that person when they pick up the phone that they're calling. And I'm not telling you anything that doesn't happen to me. I shoot videos, I run videos, I chop videos up, and then people jump in my DMs like, hey man, when's your next event? Hey man, how do I get your service? Hey man, how much do you cost? Okay. Now, if you do enough of those videos, consistent enough, over enough period of time, long enough period of time, I can't tell you how long, but if you do it long enough, consistent enough to where people are watching, then Facebook will help you. Then these other platforms will help you. They'll start pushing the content for you because ultimately their goal is to keep people on their platform, to keep the attention on their platform. See what I'm saying here? Attention. To keep the attention, to keep the eyes, to keep the eyeballs, to keep the thoughts on their platform. So anything that helps them keep eyeballs on their platform and not on the other one, they're going to help promote. Okay. So if you do it long enough, then all of a sudden, the platform will start bumping you up the algorithm. You'll earn your way up the algorithm, which means that you'll get more people who will more than likely want what you are offering. Okay. So now it becomes a 2-pronged approach. I got my list that I'm working daily. I got my online presence that I'm working daily. And then when I get people in the store, I am doing everything possible to maximize these opportunities. So again, you want to be good in doing the business, but you also want to be good at getting people to do business with you. Because a lot of us are very good at the business, but we're not good at that front end part, which is getting people through the door. But if you got more people through the door, you'd be way more successful. Okay. So again, if you just got more quality people willing to spend money with you to come through the door, you would be way more successful. So again, you want to make sure that you are taking advantage of every opportunity. And if you take advantage of every opportunity, the chances of you being successful increase 1,000%. So again, let's go back to the top. The first thing you want to do, when we talk about turning around a slow sales week, is just simply understanding where you are in regard to the week. So once you understand where you are in the week, then you want to understand why you're there. Okay. Why are we losing? Why are we not winning? Why are we not making what I thought we would make when I sat down on Saturday? Okay. So that you can then adjust or make necessary adjustments to whatever it is that's keeping you from getting the result you want. Now, obviously, you cannot control traffic in the sense that you can't make people come through the door. But what you can do is take full advantage of every opportunity that comes through the door. So Now you want to formulate a plan with your team, letting them know exactly where we are so that we can then make sure that every time somebody comes through the door that we're executing. You know, that we're asking the open-ended questions, that we're asking is two or three enough and not just one, that we're making sure that we're not just showing one item, that we're showing all the items that go with this. You know, so again, and then the second part of that, if you want to make this, week, a week that you can turn around and save, is knowing what's at stake, because you need to create some urgency for yourself, some urgency for your team. So you must know what is at stake so that you can now go to your team and say, hey, man, we're going to have to cut hours, if we're not making any money. You can now go to your team and say, hey, if we don't make any money this week, there's probably not going to be a business in 2024. So that you can now put the people who you pay in a better position to help you get out of the hole, in a better position to turn around your week. Because these people are counting on this job in order to pay their bills, in order to meet their obligations, in order to help their family. So again, if you start explaining to them, this is what I need you doing, this is why I need you to do it, and if it doesn't get done, this is what's going to happen. Not in a punitive way, not like, oh, I'm going to fire you, but like, man, I won't be able to do anything other than close. I won't be able to do anything other than cut hours. I mean, it is unfortunate, but based on the circumstances, that's the only decision I can make. It is unfortunate, that I have to cut hours, but based on the sales, I can't continue to be open. Because the reality is, if you can't make payroll with the business, then you're going to have to make payroll out of your pocket. Okay. Money that you may never get back, money from your 401k that might be gone, money that you should be using to help your family and prepare for your retirement and take your vacation. So if you're not making payroll, and you're not able to pay the mortgage, or you're not able to pay the rent, or you're not able to pay the electrical, man, now you're putting yourself in a position that you can't get out of. I had a client one time, we sat down and we had our meeting and we talked about what was going on in the business. And I said, you are in an abusive relationship with your employees. There are things that your employees are doing to you that if you were in a relationship, you wouldn't let happen. You wouldn't let them talk to you like this. You wouldn't let them take advantage of you like this. So why are you letting your employees do it if you wouldn't let a man do it? Which again immediately helped her, because it allowed her to get rid of some dead weight. It allowed her to give her business more structure, and it allowed her to stay in business to this day. So again, the next one is you want to increase your activity. If your goal is to turn around a slow sales week, you want to increase your activity. You want to start earlier, get off first. So you want to be the first video they see. You want to be the last video they see. Now, in your videos, you want to demo, highlight, demonstrate, model, number one. And then also in those same videos, you also want to create a sense of urgency by telling people that, A, we only have 3 of these left. B, there's a limited amount of these. C, call right now. Call right now and we'll hold it. D, come through the door in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes. The next 5 people I'll give 10% off to. What's after D? E. Yeah, E. A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, E. Man, I've been up since 5. So, E. You want to tell them if they bring a friend, you give their friend a discount too. So, again, you want to demonstrate, model, so that people can see it. Put it on an actual person so they can see what it looks like. Put it on an actual foot so they can see what it looks like. Use it on an actual human being so they could see what it looks like. And then tell them we only have so many left. So you have to come today. You can't wait till Saturday, because by Saturday we'll probably be sold out. This is a limited edition. This is a limited amount. We're probably not going to have any more of these. And then the next thing is, man, just spinning the block with your old customers. Spinning the block, reaching out to them, which is why it's important to have a list, because you can't spin the block if there's nobody to spin the block with. You cannot double back. You cannot do any of that if there's nobody to call. So if you don't have any contact information and you don't have any emails and you don't have a mailing list, you need to start one today so that the next time you're in a position where sales are slow, that you can reach out to those people. Okay. Now, if you do not have a mailing list, here's what you can do. You can repurpose that Facebook Live, and now you could chop it up and put it on all your other platforms so that now it's running in 4 or 5 different places at the same time. And if you do it consistent enough, long enough, then the platforms themselves will start helping you, especially if it's stuff that people are watching. And people will watch stuff that helps them solve a problem. So if you're demoing, hey, here's how the product works, people will watch that. If you're modeling it and you're telling people, hey, this is how you should wear this. You should wear it with this undergarment. You should wear it with this shoe. You should wear it with this shawl. People will watch that. And as you entertain and educate them, now all of a sudden you start ending up in the algorithm, which will then open you up to more customers and give you more opportunities. So you want to demonstrate, you want to highlight, you want to model in the video, then you want to download the video. And if you don't know how to download a Facebook Live, just go to the About portion from your laptop. I don't know if it works from your phone because I usually use my laptop. As you can see, I'm sitting in the office. So you go to there, and then it'll say download video or embed video. You can embed it onto your website, or you can download it and chop it up on something like CapCut. If you cut it up on Facebook, you can use Facebook's editing to cut it up as well from your laptop, but you usually have to do it right after you shoot the video. So again, use a webcam. If you don't have a phone, just buy a webcam. Right now they're on sale on Amazon. You get a decent one for anywhere between $20 and $50. Get a stand, and man, you could go live from the laptop right there in the store. So again, doing that will now give you content that you can chop up and put on Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube, and X. So now you can run videos in 5 different places, which then plays into, like I said before, volume versus luck. Okay. So now I get more lucky because I am doing more. So now people seeing me in 5 different places, people seeing me 5 times as much, which is now going to help me get that attention that I'm talking about. Okay. So you get the attention of people, you stay top of mind, you become the person that they go to. Now that's on the unseen side going to help brand you. Shout out to Nicole Harris. Nicole Harris, everybody knows her as the Bling City lady. They know her as the lady with the hot dogs. They know her as the lady with the walking tacos. Why? Because you've seen her with the tacos, you've seen her with the polishes, you've seen her with the hot dogs 100 times. So now your brand starts to grow because people see you as that business owner. People see you as the person who owns this particular business. People see you in this particular industry. One of the greatest compliments I've ever gotten was Street Dude told me to stick to marketing, and we were arguing over sports. Now you might say, well, why is that such a big deal? Because a dude that obviously has nothing to do with what I do knows what I do. So now, not only do you know what I do, man, the chances of you or somebody that you know doing business with me just went up 1,000%. So you want to consistently keep doing it so that when somebody says, hey, I need a trainer or a coach or a caterer, or I need a dress, or whatever you do, or I need a daycare, whatever you do, you've done it so many times and they've seen it so many times that when they need one, you're the one they call. Again, volume versus luck. Branding yourself is the other side of consistently putting out helpful educational content that people can then engage with. The reason you see rappers as rappers is because you hear them rapping. The reason you see actors as actors is because you see them acting. Now, just because you rap doesn't mean you can act. So you might find out a rapper's in a movie and it might not mean a thing to you. Why? Because you're like, he a rapper. But then if you start doing enough movies, Then all of a sudden, he's a rapper slash actor. Then all of a sudden, he becomes an actor. You know, you'll see these dumb videos like, T.I. with King, and King doesn't realize that Will Smith used to be a rapper. So again, you want to take that same approach. I do something consistently well enough and I make enough noise so that now I become that thing. You know. So again, the reason I'm saying that to you at home as a business owner is because you want to do more of those kind of videos than you do pictures of you on vacation, than you do pictures of you, smoking cigars and drinking, than you do pictures and videos of you in the club or doing whatever. You want to focus your energy primarily on your business. Okay. Now you can mix in some lifestyle stuff here and there, but it probably needs to be 8 videos about what you do and how you help people and ways to help people, and maybe 2 videos about the fruit of your labor. You know, man, I had a really great week. I turned up. I had a really great summer. I turned up. This is what having a great business will get you, kind of thing. Because you want to still be known as the person who does the business. One person I think really does a great job of that is Mo Better Nails. Shout out to Juan. Love me some Juan. So you'll see Juan. You'll see her, at everything from Rolling Loud to Jamaica to up in Idlewild. Shout out to Idlewild. But then you'll see 5, 6, 7, 8 videos of her doing nails. Does a great job, by the way. So what you want to do in those situations is take that same kind of model. It's like, let me show you the nails, and then let me sprinkle in, Idlewild, because Idlewild is something that she has a deep passion for keeping alive. And yes, Idlewild is a real place. So for you who've seen the movie, yes, it is an actual place in Michigan. But again, doing that helps not only you get to know her, but also you still don't forget that she does nails. So she uses those other things to then bring people back to the fact that she does nails. And the fact that she has people like Keke Palmer wearing her nails. So again, what you want to do is you want to have a good balance, but you want to primarily focus on the brand that pays you. Because being an influencer and all those things, if you can do it, but not at the expense of your day job. So for my business owners who are trying to figure out what content to post, you want to post the stuff that people want to see and have problems with and that they'll pay you for. So it's that simple. So again, man, that's how you turn around a slow sales week. I wish you well. I'm going to keep you in my prayers because I love and respect you. And as I always say, I stand with the people who own the businesses, because business owners are people too. So don't forget, watch this video from the beginning. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. Feel free to DM me. But I would prefer if you went over to grownandrich.com and click the Make Money Fast button, and they're going to send me an email, which then I'm going to send you an email, and we're going to get together a time where we can talk about your business, what's going on with your marketing, what's going on with your people, so we can build you the successful business that you want. Because again, we are revenue generators who use marketing. So again, we use marketing to create the type of revenue that gives you the ability to have the quality life and time to spend with your friends and family. So again, this is your business big bro, aka Sadan Long, the most dangerous man in marketing, with another episode of Successful Marketing, Sales, and Relationships for Small Business Owners and Entrepreneurs. And I am out. Have a great day.